Ayubowan and Vanakkam, and welcome to this presentation. I want to talk to you today about Floating Mountain Villa, a 5-room villa up on the hills between Kandy and Morelia. And in the mornings, you have this sense that you're above the clouds, the low-lying mist in the valley. The owner left the UK, turned back to her homeland of Sri Lanka, and wanted a piece of beauty of Scotland with the cooler climes in the evenings, but warm enough during the day. And when she found this place nestled just above the Glenlock Tea Estate factory, she realized she had found her new home. The location is spectacular. It is halfway between Kandy and Morelia. You have the Kotmale Reservoir, which you can view under those when those misty clouds clear. You have Ramboda waterfalls and so many other things in close proximity. It's all about the views, Peacock Hill, and of course the Kotmale Reservoir. It's all about pampering. Your host, Akila, and his team will look after your every need. And while you stay here, you can enjoy some of Sri Lanka's pillars, the nature, the history, and the culture. So Peacock Hill and Pusulpithya Temple are areas that Prince Dutugamanu hung out in as a youth. The Kotmale Dam project is fascinating because it is where we had to unfortunately remove certain villages, flood certain areas to create one of our first mega projects, but it's a fascinating piece of our culture and history. You can learn kitul making, which is the kind of sugary sap syrup that we use in many of our produce and is much healthier than sugar. You can visit the Hanuman Kovil just next door, the Glenlock Tea Estate, Ramboda Waterfalls, which is the largest volume of water in a waterfall in Sri Lanka, Pico Trail, which is 22 stages, and we are located between stage 3 and stage 4, so you can go for a nice hike. We are accessible from Navalapitiya and Gampula train stations, and then of course there's water planes and Kandy and Morelia. So much to do in this area. The property in itself is on 2 levels. So you arrive in at this level, you have a lovely garden, and this is what we call the ground floor. The view is on the other side, so the hill goes down on the other side of this picture. So some of the rooms are what we call level -1 because you go down a flight of stairs. The main public area is quite large for just 5 rooms, fully glass, so spectacular views of nature around you. And there is a lovely sit-out area if you don't want to be inside. And you will find that one of the themes here is dining. We challenge you to stay for 7 nights. You can have dinner in a different place every day. The first location is an indoor dining with spectacular views of the Kotmale Reservoir in the distance. This is on the what we call the upper terrace, and beautiful place to have breakfast. We have the mountain dining area, which has views of the hills and the lake reservoir. Under the avocado tree, we turn this into dining in the evenings, and you have the lovely view of the garden and the swimming pool. And what we call the horse terrace or balcony, which is lovely to have a high tea or dinner in. We also have the lower terrace, which is covered, and serenity on the side. And if you do enjoy an early morning breakfast in the water, we serve traditional floating breakfasts as well. The gardens are spectacular, the flora is amazing, and you get vibrant colors wherever you go. Our kitchen is always accessible to our guests. You can come in, we can teach you how to make a curry, and if you just want to learn a little bit more about Sri Lankan cuisine. We have 5 categories of room. So on the ground floor, the first level is our our highest category of room, which is called the Magnolia. It's 1 room with a balcony. And this balcony is really special. Imagine sitting here in the evening, having a drink, watching the sunset, or having morning coffee as you wake up. Second category of room is called the marigold, and there's again one of those rooms. It's very large. You can have an extra bed quite easily. The views are of the hills, so not of the reservoir, but of the hills. And then you go down a flight of stairs and you have three rooms. The first glass pane on your left is the rose suite. The second is the lily suite. And the third is the lavender suite. They don't have their private balconies, but they share this common grassy area. So you can take a chair out from your room and place it here to enjoy the views, or just open your curtains and look out. So this is the middle category of room, which is called the lavender, which is a little bit bigger with the sit out, or with the inside sitting out area and the view. It's a bit misty the day that this picture was taken. The other two are the entry category rooms, the lily and the rose, and you can see directly here through the balcony, you can see the reservoir of the Kotmale Dam. And this is the rose. So the rose and the lily are the entry level. Lavender is the next level, and lavender and the marigold is by and large the same. And then you have the magnolia. So three categories of rooms, five. This experience is all made special by your host. Let me allow Akila, your host, to tell you a little bit about the surrounding areas and what there is to see and do nearby.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Akila. I'm the manager in Floating Mountain Villa. This is a Floating Mountain Villa. That is a Peacock Hill. It's getting very popular. And this is a Kotmale Reservoir, and it's included the dam also for on the other side. On the other side about the reservoir, you can see the Pusulpitiya temple, and on that side you can see the Rambada waterfalls, and as well as gods of the Hanuman temple as well. So actually the Peacock Hill, that would be getting 1,513 meters from the sea level. Within 45 minutes you can reach up to nearby the Peacock Hill, and after that you can do the small 20 minutes walking distance on top of the peak, and from the peak you can cover up entire whole this area up to the Gampola side, Nawalapitiya, Hatton, this Kotmala Reservoir, and in our villa side as well. For going on that tour, you can cover it up with the Kotmale Dam, and there was one of the very popular hanging bridges on there that would be getting 100 meters long. So you can use that hanging bridge and you can get the experience with crossing that hanging bridge. You can use that one as well. And as well as the dam also very popular, because actually that would be getting 600 meters long, 81 meters height. It's coming with the 3 spillview doors as well. So only the dam is on there. So the hydropower electricity station is on the other side. That's also you can what I show up to you like a Peacock Hill. That make the tunnel 6.9 kilometers through the tunnel. They are taking this water to up the hydropower electricity, preparing on the other side about the mountain. So actually on the other side about the reservoir, what I mentioned about the Pusulpitiya temple, that's also built by the 2nd BC. So once you go on there, you can see the very ancient sacred pig trees on there. That's also planted by the king of Devanam Pietissa. Then after that you can move up to the Ramboda waterfalls just to see that waterfalls that would be getting 109 meters height. It's getting very popular, as well as because of the height that would be getting 11th place in Sri Lanka. Once you get the worldwide, that would be getting 729 place. After covering up the waterfalls, you can come up to the gods of the Hanuman temple. Actually, that's also what we call as the Chennai Mission Hanuman temple, because that's also donated by India. Once you enter in that gods of the Hanuman temple, you can see the 16 feet height about the gods of the Hanuman statue. After covering that Hanuman temple, you can come up to within 20 minutes, nice trekking up to our Floating Mountain Villa.
So those are extra experiences that you can choose to take through your DMC, or we can help you arrange those. When you stay with us, though, there's lots to do with it. So included in your price of your package, if you're booking half board, you have one of these 5 activities that you can do free of charge. You can do a cooking session in our kitchen. You can enjoy some mini cocktails, 3 mini cocktails and some Sri Lankan spicy bites. Or you could go down to the temple and have an offering done for your good health and good future. You can opt to take the floating breakfast, or you can do a picnic tea. So any of these 5, you can book free of charge. And if you want to do a second one, because you've booked, for example, the cooking session free, you can pay the $10 extra to do the sunset cocktails, for example. Lots to do there. Every day on top of that, you have a kind of a tea party. We have tea service, and you can all come together with the other guests so that you can meet each other and say hello. Because then dining, we tend to allow you to have privacy. So we've got 7 different locations, and we will set up a private outdoor dining, weather permitting, free of charge, so no extra supplements. Your half board entitles you to the dinner. You would just pay for any drinks that you have. So this is a lot of value added for any stay, even if you don't do any of the paid excursions. So what are you waiting for? Come and visit us. Akila, your host, is waiting to receive you. Ayubowan and Vanakkam.